This is a good opportunity to ask any questions. You can just unmute yourself if you need to. And remember, whatever, all questions are good questions and they're going to help other people.
I have two, but if somebody wants to go before me, that's fine.
Go ahead while they're thinking about it.
Okay, so the first one that came up when we were doing that, and I was um feeling all my emotions around my dad's life. Can some of this stuff that we carry, this heaviness of all these emotions, can that be inherited trauma from them that they haven't
Yes.
processed it? So
Oh,
we're carrying it.
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. And the book that I always recommend is It Didn't Start With You.
Heard of that
It's a
book, yeah.
really good book. It's about generational trauma.
Yeah.
I realized that with myself very early on. I didn't know what it was at the time. This was probably, 30 years ago. I I just carried this deep sadness inside of me, like a deep loss, and I could never figure out what that was. I was like, why? You've got everything, you've got a good job, you've got a partner, and blah, blah, blah. Why would you be feeling this emptiness kind of feeling?
Yeah.
And then years later, when I started to learn about generational trauma,
Yeah.
and Dr. Gabor Mate is my go-to for that as well. He talks so much about this.
Okay.
And yeah, we carry that in ourselves.
Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. But
Because it feels
we
like
we can change
a lot
that
of work.
because
Okay.
they're still memories. The generational trauma is still memories,
Okay.
right? Because I can often ask someone, what happened to your father? You knew you did that beautifully. And when you do that, we also heal them. That's
Right.
my belief, is that we
Okay.
also heal them when we do
Right.
that, when we forgive them, when we understand why they did what they did. I mean, I would like my children to do that for me, to
Right.
understand that I was in pain, that I was deeply wounded. And that's why sometimes I did the things that I did and said the things that I said.
Right.
I hope that they will understand that and find that forgiveness in their heart for me. So,
So does that
this,
mean we have to, in addition to our own memories and trauma, that we then also have to do their
if
memories?
if you identify, say for example, um, yeah, I've spoken with people and they say, yeah, my dad had this enormous traumas, and
Yeah.
his dad did, and his dad did. And they go back like 5, 6 generations. They know the history, they know the story. My
Right.
great great grandfather was in the war, and this happened to him. And he came home and he was angry all the time. And that's why my grandfather was like this. And that's why my dad's like this.
Right.
So they're all memories. If we know them, we carry them, just like I know about my family. My family were indentured labourers, they were like slaves. So they went through a lot of trauma. So,
Yeah.
yes, I heal that. I worked on that and I healed it because they're all still memories. The
Okay.
generational trauma are memories that we carry within us because we've been told them, we've read about them. Like, I have a book here that's been written about the indentured labourers. And
Yeah.
when I read that, it brings up a lot of stuff for me to work
Right.
on. I go,
Right.
okay, I need to still work on, release those emotions that I'm holding on to about that, thinking about my great grandparents and what they might have gone through.
Right.
So our imagination is the smartest part of us. It's our imagination. It was your imagination that just did that whole process.
Yeah.
Okay. You imagine what it was like when you were 5 or 6, but it was all there, still living in your body, in those emotions.
Hmm.
So, great question, Lisa. Generational trauma, absolutely. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also, you're talking about the memories and what you've learned, but also, is it not like a physiological thing? So if my father has suppressed all his feelings, all this sadness into his cells before he ever,
Mhm.
before they conceived me, I mean, isn't that go into the DNA and into the cells as
Yeah,
well?
but when you do this emotional work,
Yeah.
that changes your DNA. It
Yeah.
changes your cells. It
Yeah.
changes your genes.
Yeah.
Truly.
Amazing
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very powerful. Very powerful.
Thank
I
you.
I would recommend, everyone do it before they have children if I could.
Yeah.
And I do sometimes now. I've
Yeah.
worked with several women who are, wanting to fall pregnant and they're wanting to heal all their wounds before they have a baby. It's
Right.
amazing. If you know it, do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Right.